Hey everyone, welcome to our Take 5 podcast. James Hilliard here. Lane Shelton back with us, VP Software Business Development for PC Connection, talking about Microsoft's Enterprise Agreement, and here to show us a new tool that his team has developed to help you quickly find out if you should consider Microsoft EA. Lane is our guru. That's what we call him. He's got 18 years experience in the areas of Microsoft tech and licensing, as well as general software investment management. Lane, this is part 2 of our series looking at the Microsoft EA, the Enterprise Agreement. Before you dive into this one and answering, is it a good fit? Let's get a quick recap of our EA 101 podcast.
In part 1, we actually looked really more at what is the Enterprise Agreement? What are the benefits associated with the Enterprise Agreement? How does it work? What are the mechanics in terms of licensing, additional benefits? So it was really a holistic look at the program itself. Now we're going to look at an assessment that we've built to help you understand if an EA may be a good fit for you.
All right, a couple great screen grabs to show people. Walk us through this assessment tool.
First part is pretty basic, but there's one really important question on here, and that's how many users do you have in your environment? An enterprise agreement is generally set up. It has a minimum of 250 seats. Those can be devices or users, or in some cases a mix of both. But it starts at 250. However, in some cases, an organization that's not quite 250, say maybe in the 220 or the 215 range, might see benefit from an enterprise agreement even at the 250 minimum. That's why we ask for number of users. It kind of gives us a feel for what kind of conversation we're going to have. After we get that information, the next thing that you're going to see are some questions about what you're using and what your upgrade plans are. And again, I want to stress that these questions that we're asking are very specific to the intersection between technology plans and licensing. So we're not asking any questions here that don't have a material impact on what your licensing choices might look like. Central to the heart of an enterprise agreement is what kind of upgrade path you're on for the big pieces of the Microsoft stack, for Office, for the Windows OS, for your email, for SharePoint, Lync, for your Windows servers. So here we just ask you to identify what version you're using today and what would be your ideal upgrade frequency. You know, if you could wave a wand and say, how often would I like to upgrade this technology? That's what we're looking for. So that gives us some really key data for uncovering things that are central to determining whether an enterprise agreement is a good fit or not. And the next part that we come to really asks some qualifying questions about cloud, about how you use Office. Office is a big part of any enterprise agreement. How you're deploying and how you're managing and how you're using Office can help us also determine if an EA is the right answer for your organization. So we take you through those questions. Now it's time to get your grade. If you get a grade of A, that means that an EA is probably a good choice for your future, and we're going to talk to you about how to get started on an enterprise agreement. Some of you, however, will not get A's, and it doesn't mean that necessarily an EA is a bad fit. If you get a B or you get a C, it means we're going to look at it and see and look a little deeper and see if it's a fit or not. And if it's not, we'll work on looking at other options. Microsoft has a lot of different licensing options. Our goal is to help you pick the one that is best suited for you. We're not in the business of selling people things that they don't need. So if an EA is not in your future, we'll show you a lot of other equally good choices that'll help you get where you need to get.
All right, Lane, great overview of the tool. How about how we do it? Is it do it yourself? Do we work with an account team?
It's really either or. Designed so if a customer wants to fill it out themselves, they're more than welcome to, or they can work with their PCC account team and make it a collaborative effort. We have a whole army of experts standing by to help customers with this process and help them make these decisions.
And in terms of the process, how long does it take?
It's not going to take more than 15 minutes. These are very specific questions. They're relatively easy to answer, so 15 minutes tops.
Hey, Lane, sounds great. Do appreciate it, sir. Folks, appreciate your time as well today. If you want to learn more about the products and services that can help you select and deploy any of the Microsoft products, then turn to PC Connection. We'll help you optimize your infrastructure with the right solutions for your organization with a full range of services and support. You can learn more online at govconnection.com, or you're invited to call 1-800-800-0019. With that, we'll wrap it up. Again, I'm James Hilliard. He is Lane Shelton. Thank you for joining us for this Take 5 podcast.